vibrant heart of New Orleans, during the bustling season of Mardi Gras, a tale of shadows and secrets unfolded. The city, adorned with a kaleidoscope of colors and filled with the rhythms of jazz and the sweet aroma of beignet, hid a darker side, one whispered about in the dimly lit corners of the French Quarter. Our story begins with a young artist named Lila, known for her fascination with the occult and the mysteries of the unknown. Lila had come to New Orleans to seek inspiration for her macabre paintings, drawn irresistibly to the city's enigmatic charm during Mardi Gras. One evening, as the celebrations reached their peak, Lila found herself wandering through the old cobblestone streets, her eyes captivated by the vibrant masks and costumes that danced around her. It was then that she stumbled upon a quaint, peculiar shop nestled between two larger buildings. Its windows were adorned with strange artifacts and ancient tomes, and a sign hung above the door reading, "Mysteries of the Bayou." Intrigued, Lila entered the shop, greeted by the scent of incense and the sight of shelves cluttered with oddities. The shopkeeper, a woman of indeterminate age with piercing green eyes, welcomed her with a knowing smile. Lila's gaze was drawn to an antique mirror framed with symbols she recognized as voodoo sigils. The shopkeeper, seeing her interest, told Lila the legend of the mirror. It was said to be a portal to the spirit world, used by a powerful voodoo queen to communicate with the dead. But it was also cursed. Anyone who gazed into the mirror on a Mardi Gras night would awaken the spirits trapped within. Lila, ever the skeptic and thrill-seeker, was intrigued by the legend and, against the shopkeeper's warnings, looked into the mirror. As she gazed into its depths, her reflection twisted and the world around her blurred. She was plunged into darkness, the sounds of Mardi Gras fading into a distant echo. When Lila's vision cleared, she found herself standing in an ethereal version of New Orleans, shrouded in a perpetual twilight. The air was thick with a chilling mist, and the once vibrant streets were now desolate, lined with decaying buildings and overgrown with eerie moss. She wandered the ghostly streets, her heart pounding as she searched for a way back. That's when she heard the soft, haunting melody of a jazz tune seemingly floating on the wind. Drawn to the music, Lila found herself in front of an old jazz club, its sign flickering in and out of existence. Inside, the club was alive with the spirits of revelers, their ghostly figures dancing and swaying to the music of a spectral band. They paid her no mind, lost in their eternal celebration. Lila felt a chill run down her spine as she realized these were the souls of those who had looked into the mirror over the centuries, trapped in this liminal space. Among the crowd, Lila spotted a figure that stood out, the spirit of the voodoo queen who had created the mirror. Her eyes, dark and knowing, met Lila's, and with a subtle gesture, she beckoned her closer. As Lila approached, the queen spoke in a voice like velvet, her words weaving around Lila like a spell. She revealed that the mirror was not just a portal, but a trap for souls. She offered Lila a choice: remain in the spirit world forever, or find and destroy the heart of the mirror before the stroke of midnight, when Mardi Gras ended, to break the curse and free the trapped souls. With the weight of her decision heavy on her shoulders, Lila left the club, the echoes of the spectral jazz band following her. She ventured deeper into the ghostly version of New Orleans, her journey to find the heart of the mirror and unravel its curse only just beginning. Lila's quest led her through the hauntingly beautiful streets of the spirit world's New Orleans. The city, a mirror of its vibrant counterpart, was a labyrinth of spectral lights and shadows, where every turn revealed a fragment of its hidden history. As midnight approached, The urgency of her task weighed heavily on her. Lila knew she had to find the heart of the mirror soon, or be lost to the spirit world forever. Guided by the whispers of the lost souls and her own intuition, she found herself drawn to an ancient cemetery on the outskirts of the city, where above-ground tombs and statues loomed like silent guardians of the past. In the cemetery, Lila discovered a crypt marked with the same voodoo sigils that adorned the mirror. Pushing open the heavy stone door, she stepped inside and was immediately enveloped in darkness. Her only light was the faint glow emanating from an object at the center of the crypt, the heart of the mirror. The heart, a small, intricately carved crystal, pulsed with a deep, otherworldly light. As Lila reached out to touch it, she felt a surge of energy and heard the voodoo queen's voice whispering in her ear, warning her of the price of breaking the curse. To destroy the heart would release not only the trapped souls, but also the dark energies accumulated over centuries. The balance between the spirit world and the living would be disrupted, with unpredictable consequences. Faced with a dilemma, Lila hesitated. Her artist's soul was torn between the desire to free the spirits and the fear of unleashing chaos upon the world. It was then that the spirits of the cemetery began to emerge, their ghostly forms swirling around her, each whispering their plea for release. Lila closed her eyes, taking a deep breath. She realized that her journey to New Orleans, her fascination with the occult, had all led to this moment. With a determined heart, she grasped the crystal, its cool surface warming to her touch. In an instant, the crypt was filled with blinding light. The mirror's curse shattered, releasing a torrent of energy that surged through the spirit world and into the living. Lila felt herself being pulled back to her own reality, the voices of the freed souls echoing in her ears, thanking her as they ascended into peace. When Lila opened her eyes, she was back in the shop, the antique mirror before her, now just a normal reflection. The shopkeeper, no longer mysterious but rather an ordinary woman, looked at her with concern, asking if she was all right. Stepping out into the streets of New Orleans, Lila found the city unchanged, the celebrations of Mardi Gras still in full swing. But she could feel a difference in the air, a sense of lightness, as if a heavy burden had been lifted from the city's soul. Lila's experience in the spirit world became the inspiration for her most profound art yet, capturing the beauty and mystery of New Orleans, a city where the veil between the living and the dead was forever altered. Her paintings were more than just art. They were a tribute to the souls she had freed, and a reminder of the thin line that separates our world from the unknown. And so, the legend of the cursed mirror of New Orleans was passed down, a tale of a brave artist who faced the spirits of Mardi Gras and emerged with a story that would captivate the imaginations of those who heard it, forever a part of the rich tapestry of the city's folklore.